analyst John Keller joins us now. And John, we heard from the voters in Brandon's piece. How do you think this verdict is going to affect the presidential race?
Lisa, it's so hard to forecast because really what's at stake is the reaction of a very narrow slice of the electorate. Those are the undecided swing voters who won't be making up their minds for months. Some polls suggest they don't like the idea of a convicted felon candidate. For others, the verdict and the cries of injustice from Trump will just deepen their skepticism of the system at large. But I'd be surprised if what happened turns out to be good news in any way for Trump. Just look at the solid vote totals Nikki Haley keeps harvesting in Republican primaries. You'll remember she ran explicitly on the notion that Trump's baggage would damage the party's chances and distract voter attention from Joe Biden's shortcomings. Every day from now on spent spewing overheated rhetoric about how this verdict was an attack on America is a day spent reminding these voters of what they don't like about Trump, just as Haley predicted, Lisa.
The Biden campaign could use this as absolute red meat. You have the first ever former president who has been convicted of a felony, and yet it seems as if the Biden campaign has to play this one pretty carefully.
Well, I mean, look, the campaign has just been handed a political gift, unprecedented in American history. But you're right, they do have to be smart about what they do with it. Biden wants this election to be a referendum on Trump more than on his own performance, for obvious reasons. Trump himself said today the real verdict will come on November 5th, suggesting that he'll be ramping up his efforts to make this election all about vindicating himself. Well, that may be catnip for his base, but those crucial swing voters have other concerns and a track record of breaking against Trump and his preferred candidates down the stretch, as we saw in 2018, 2020, and 2022. Biden can benefit from Trump returning to full-time campaigning if Trump spends all his time ranting about the verdict and trying to blame it on Biden, as he's likely to do. He just can't control himself. So the play for Biden is let the verdict speak for itself, let Trump keep digging himself a hole by talking about stuff that swing voters have little appetite for. They want to hear about what are you going to do for me, not about what we're supposed to do for you.
It'll be an interesting next few months, as if it wasn't already.
Buckle your seatbelt, Lisa.
Right. Thank you, John.